When it comes to recruiting, USC has had some struggles keeping their local players home. From the likes of losing Bryce Young to Alabama and then losing JT Daniels to the transfer portal to Georgia, followed by Jake Garcia flipping his commitment to Miami and losing Malachi Nelson to Oklahoma, when it comes to blue chip Southern California quarterbacks, USC has struggled to keep them home. Although he is not from California, the player I'm going to talk about today was a big win for USC when it came to the 2021 recruiting cycle. This player blew up during the 2020 football season, breaking state records and being named the Gatorade Player of the Year. That player being 4-star recruit Jaxson Dart, who could be the future of the USC program. But who is Jaxson Dart? In the Who Is series, we go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. If there's a player you want to see in future episodes, make sure to leave it in the comments section below. Before we get into this video, apparently 95% of you are not subscribed, so please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'd really appreciate it. Jaxson Dart was born on May 13th, 2003 and was born in Kaysville, Utah. His father Brandon played safety at Utah during the 1990s, but Jaxson decided to go the quarterback route. Originally, Dart attended Roy High School, where he would take over the starting quarterback job as a freshman, throwing for 1,396 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. As a sophomore, he improved his numbers, throwing for 2,161 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, while also rushing for 6 touchdowns on the ground. As a junior, Dart threw for 2,440 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, while adding another touchdown on the ground. The problem was Roy High School was never really able to utilize Dart's skill set, as they used a smaller offensive line and ran a more single wing offense. They tried to open up the offense more, but at its core it was still a single wing offense. While at Roy, Dart learned the game of football playing in a more pro style offense, learning to understand how to control a huddle and how to audible and understand defenses. He took positive things from the school, but due to the offense and playing travel baseball from December to July, preventing him from attending recruiting camps, Dart flew under the radar. Jaxson wanted more and wanted to showcase his talent, so he decided to look for another high school to play at. Corner Canyon High School, where Zach Wilson played, was coming off back-to-back state titles and had a spot for Dart. Head coach Eric Kajar's son had played on Dart's 7-on-7 team and knew how talented he was. Although the camp circuit was not an option to catch the eyes of college coaches, Dart caught some luck as Utah's high school football season was not postponed like other state seasons. Dart took advantage of that, putting on a show, breaking the state record for total yards with 5,867 and passing touchdowns with 67. He fell short of the passing record by 43 yards, throwing for 4,691 yards and rushing for 1,195 yards and 12 touchdowns on the ground. He also only threw 4 interceptions. He led Corner Canyon to an undefeated season and their 3rd straight state title. He was named the 2020 Max Preps National Player of the Year, Sports Illustrated All-American First Team, Prep Stars Dream Team, Max Prep All-Utah First Team, and Desert News Mr. Football. Coming out of high school according to 24/7 Sports Composite, Jaxson Dart was a 4-star recruit who was the 2nd best player in Utah, 9th best quarterback in his class, and 68th best player nationally. Going into his senior year of high school, Dart had offers from a few Ivy League schools and BYU. He was a guy who was flying under the radar when it came to the recruiting world, but after his fast start at Corner Canyon, offers from Arizona State, Iowa State, UCLA, USC, and Washington State started rolling in. Along with that, he shot up recruiting boards, being ranked as the 27th best player at one point. He was the highest rated uncommitted recruit, and 7 Power 5 schools had yet to get a commitment from a quarterback. Those 7 schools were Iowa State, Maryland, Miami, Oklahoma State, Ole Miss, Rutgers, and Vanderbilt. Going into his senior year, his goal was to just land 1 Power 5 offer due to not being able to showcase his skills in the spring and summer due to the global health crisis. Dart told The Athletic, "I feel like I've always been a kid that was, kind of flying under the radar. I've been able to train and go to camps when I was younger and compete against a lot of top quarterbacks in the country, and I always felt like I could hold my own and even outperform a lot of them. So I knew coming into the season that I was going to perform and things were going to happen." Dart ultimately finished with 12 Division I offers according to 24/7 Sports. When the Trojans offered Dart, many started to question why, as they already had commits from Miller Moss and Jake Garcia, But some were wondering whether Garcia was going to flip to Miami at the time, but according to Dart, the offer was a committable offer, whether Garcia stayed committed or not. As we all know, Garcia eventually did end up flipping his commit to the Hurricanes, and if you have not seen my video I did on him a while back, I definitely recommend checking it out. Dart was asked about the flurry of commitments that occurred during the early part of the NCAA dead period, and he told The Athletic, "I think that, there were a lot of uncertainties going into the season. So I think a lot of guys really just didn't want to miss out on their opportunities. With me, my recruitment has come really late. I didn't really have anything going into the season, and during the season, everything has kind of just blown up. But for me, I just didn't really have a lot of opportunities, so that's the reason I'm not committed yet. I still have a decision to make where a lot of other guys had offers." Dart was blessed to be able to play, telling Sports Illustrated, "Coming into this year, I didn't have any Power 5 offers. My biggest offer was from BYU. I thought if we played well and had a really great season, things could blow up. Luckily, we were able to play on ESPN Week 3, and that helped, definitely. Colleges weren't even able to play, so a lot of eyes were on that game. I performed well and made connections with coaches, then sooner than later, it kind of blew up. It's been crazy." With USC offering Dart after already having 2 highly rated quarterback commits to their program, showed how high they were on the Utah product. As National Signing Day approached, Dart announced his final 3 schools were USC, UCLA, and Arizona State. It was no surprise his final schools were all warm climate schools, as he told the Desert News in early December that he didn't really like playing in the cold. On the first day of the early signing period, he decided to commit to the Trojans, bringing clarity back surrounding the quarterback position. Keaton Slovis would start this year, while Moss and Dart would compete for the starting spot next year. When it comes to the scouting report, Dart measures to be 6'3" and weigh 210 pounds. 24/7 Sports' Blair Angelo projects him to be a future Day 3 pick, with his pro comparison being Alex Smith. Angelo writes, "Well-built, sturdy frame, and prototypical size for the position. Strong lower half and above average physical tools. Accurate passer with great feel for the game. Shows very good arm strength and timing. Versatility to operate different looks. Displays tremendous touch and anticipation to fit throws between levels. Athletic and gritty enough to run for tough yardage. Laser focused and flashes a lot of intangibles necessary. Can sustain zip on his throws when rolling outside the pocket and change arm angles under pressure. Could continue to improve pre-snap reads and reel-in tendencies to aim for the home run. Potential multi-year starter at elite Power 5 level and projects as a future NFL draft selection." In May, Dart was named the Gatorade National High School Player of the Year, having the award presented to him by #1 overall pick Trevor Lawrence. He became the first player from Utah to win the award since its inception in 1985. Dart told the OCR, "It was just so surreal. Going into my senior year, I didn't really know what was going to happen. I was just hoping that we were going to be able to play. So having all this come after, it's so awesome to be able to look back and see the journey that it was." Dart is currently competing for the backup quarterback role at USC and enrolled early back in January. Throughout spring ball, he has gotten comfortable in Graham Harrell's air raid offense, having played in a similar system at Corner Canyon. He felt having spring ball was essential, telling the OCR, "I couldn't imagine going into the summer. I'd feel a little bit behind. It for sure took me several weeks like I was stable and comfortable in the offense, but I feel like as time has gone on, I've gotten more in tune with my timing and scheme and all that. Going into the season, unlike in high school, Dart is not expected to play as he will be sitting behind Slovis, who is projected to be a future first-round pick by some, barring any injuries. Dart doesn't view that as a bad thing, saying, "The things that I can learn and help grow my game is really important. I would just say going into this year, I'm going to do my best to put myself in the best situation so when my number is called, I am able to do my job and help our team win." But what do you think? Will Jaxson Dart be the future of the USC program? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my other videos in the Who Is series. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, remember to embrace the grind.